So some feedback on the USB camera funnel. So first of all, this funnel, I'm looking at the headline, the newest AI USB camera. Well, that tells me nothing. Doesn't tell me why I need this and why I should buy this from you, which is the primary purpose of this page or any page anyway. And that's your first issue that I see. And then the actual funnel itself looks like it's all just like an image mock-up. It's like one giant image, like nothing is clickable. I can't highlight anything. So it looks weird on the screen. It looks like it's like stretching over. So yeah, it's basically one giant image, with the exception of this. So the layout, long form, is probably not the worst. It's just the way it's executed is like very amateurishly done, and it just wouldn't work. It probably will also load very slowly. So that's the ClickFunnels page. Now the Shopify store, it's marginally better, although it does take a while for this to load, and then it's also I'm not able to see the headline, and it just says welcome to auto track camera, simply amazing. Again, it doesn't tell me like what the hell this does for me and like what's so special about it. Also, white button shop now is not very noticeable, but okay. AI USB camera, again, what does it do? Like, why do I need one? Oh, 180. Why is it so expensive? Like, nothing is answered like right here up top. That's where you should make someone understand in exactly 5 seconds what it is and why they must buy this. And then of course you kind of go into all of this here and go, it's a camera, boosts engagements, looks like it's for influencers and bloggers, not for just me talking to my grandma or having Zoom meetings. So it's a little bit niche, saves you money, blah blah. So you're not calling out like attention all influencers. This will like give you thousands of followers. Like, what's the end effect they're trying to accomplish? And then the next thing is, check this out. So most people will just now are smart enough to do this, and essentially, it seems like it's one of these DHgate AliExpress cameras that are you're basically drop shipping, which is fine. I guess you can still make it work, but there are people who are going to do exactly what I just did and discover it for $60 Canadian, which is a third of the price you're trying to charge. So that's another thing. Like, before you invest more into this whole enterprise, you need to validate whether people are really going to buy this item, and what kind of problem does it solve for them. And also this photograph isn't very high quality. This thing looks broken. And you got some videos, you got some copy, but yeah, overall, there's definitely issues with this, and the main one is like it's not clear who this is for, what problem it solves for them, and like what kind of benefits it gives them. You have to really read the copy and really figure out what it is. I've heard this phrase, like it's a solution looking for a problem. Like, I may be wrong, but it seems like this camera is one of those cases. Yeah, that's kind of my initial impression of this product and this funnel. Let me know if this is helpful.
Hey Todd, it's Hui here. So Greg sent me two links. So one is your actual Shopify store, and this is the other landing page that you basically built on ClickFunnels. So what I'll do is I'm going to try and condense everything in a 5-minute clip on Loom here for you. If not, I'll create a second video and just go through it. But at the store-wise, the first thing that I notice is the color discrepancy. It doesn't flow, like there's no contrast, there's no theme. It doesn't really speak to your brand if you have one. In this case, I'm not sure if you have one. This looks like a generic store. But that's one of the things that kind of glares out at me as I scroll through this on your homepage. Also, because I've already loaded this and I closed the pop-up window, but when you first jump into your store, there's a pop-up window. That's not recommended. It's just annoying. You want to get a pop-up window to appear a little bit later or as you scroll down. it would be a better choice. But I would test that out with data to see if it actually does anything. Remember, one of the key things when you develop a Shopify store is to get your customers or your visitors to do something, right? And that doing something is, if they're on a homepage, they should be looking at a product. If they're on a product page, they should be adding a product to cart. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So when you have too many like distractions and leak traffics, so when you have too many links, it's no good, because then it just takes like this stuff right here takes them off of your store. It would defeat the purpose if you actually running paid ads to the store in the first place. The other thing that was glaring out at me is the actual navigations, and I noticed navigation seems to be a big thing for a lot of like new Shopify stores or generic Shopify stores. Navigation is basically how easy it is for your customer to find your hero product or the product that you are selling the most, and you're not hammering them with everything you got on your store. You want to focus on one or two one or two products that you are selling well, and then work the funnel so that they will basically buy more by either upselling or cross-selling, right? Or buying more stuff that they need for the main product that you're selling, assuming that you are doing a niche product like this, which is basically selling cameras. But based on Greg's point, this is a drop shipping product. I'm not sure what the life cycle of this actual product is and how long you've got it going for. And what kind of audience or data that you have for this. But for long-term longevity, the office furniture would probably be a better choice than this one, unless there is a very significant sales mechanism that we can come up with to basically make this stand out and make and show why people would want something like this, and be able to demonstrate it with testimonials, with UGCs, right? That would be very helpful to be able to actually get conversions. Okay, but there's lots of stuff that like on this store here that needs to basically fix, like the page structure. Like this is the home page. I'm assuming. Let me click here. Maybe it's not the home page. Nope, it is the home page, right? So if this is the home page, the page structure is all out of place. You want to be able to use the AI DA model. You definitely want to get an attention grabbing banner, right? And that needs an attention grabbing headline as well. So there is a structure to actually doing the headline versus this. Like I'm not really sure what's going on here. And then you have the product like right in here with no descriptions, nothing. And then I'm not seeing any reviews. I'm not seeing any credibilities. So there's lots of stuff that we need to basically fix here, to be honest. I can go on for days about all the things that we can fix, but I just want to point out all the major things first, and then we can go into all the details if we decided to work together, right? The other thing is when you click on this, like this gets blurry, so that's not a good thing, right? You got an Ajax Add To Cart. So if I go to one of these and I decide to add to cart, it just does a pop out. Like this is honestly is unnecessary. If you're selling a single item like this, it should just take you straight to checkout. Not sure what's going on with this counter. But like there's just a lot of like things that are like not smooth, right? The text are a little bit too small. That's like this entire store basically needs reworking. I'm going to show you an example of like the store that we've built, and how we can actually weave in landing pages and sales pages when I go over the actual landing page over here in the next video. Okay, so that just kind of gives you an idea of like where my train of thought is. All right, so here's the homepage that you basically built on ClickFunnels. It basically suffers very similar issues as your Shopify store. You got color discrepancy, you got page layout issues. The way that the information is displayed is no good. The copy is no good. The headline, like we can break this down in detail and go each section. But the major thing that kind of like stand out to me here is like there's no hook. I'm not like it's not interesting enough for me to actually continue to scroll and actually read more about what this camera is all about. The banner here, like this, it doesn't talk about anything in terms of the product's benefits, what the product does. In fact, all I'm seeing is the newest AI USB camera. I have no idea what that is. And then there's no testimonials. Testimonials should be above the fold. You should have at least one testimonial, either a written one or a video. right? That talks about this, because this is a landing page. The goal of the landing page is to focus everything into the product, and then getting the visitors to basically click and add the product to cart. The other thing that I noticed, if you could right click here and you go to inspect, it takes you to mobile view. The mobile view is all out of whack. It's not optimized correctly, right? So as you can see, like all this stuff is pretty messed up. It's hard to read. Images are condensed. The images are not optimized at all. I'm not even going to bother speed testing this because it probably doesn't perform that well, because I can tell by looking at this, the images are not optimized. But even before the speed test and all that, the structure of the page, once again, you need to apply the AIDA model and get a flow of the page so that when you're on the mobile, most people's going to look at this through the mobile. So it's got to flow well, right? And it's got to control their eye path to focus on things that you want them to focus on, which is the benefit of the product. You need to convey emotions, get them emotional, so that they will actually be instigated to basically click and add the product to cart, or at least come back to this product and check it out again. Right. So let me show you a Shopify store that we built. So we develop our own custom theme. So this is, if you go to shopteamx.com, you can literally just check this out yourself. There's still sections on here that we basically need to optimize. We just basically put this together just recently. But basically, we have an actual landing page. This is a full landing page that is built on Shopify. As you can see, we have a lot of text on our landing page as well, but we also have a lot of pictures, images, and describing what we do and what our theme does, right? So as you can see, we have the actual theme, and then we also have the building the custom stores, right? And we have all of the steps that we do in terms of, building a full out Shopify store. So this is basically, we used our theme to basically demo through the actual service. So all these buttons actually will eventually work. I haven't connected the actual payment to this yet, but once we connect everything, it will basically, you can just buy stuff off of this store, and it also acts as a demo to our theme as well, because it will have all of the custom features that comes with it. Right. So let me show you all the products. So these are like previous products that we've built in the past. We have gadgets, we have gym stuff, we have health stuff, backyard. Like basically, all these are drop shipping products, right? So if you're looking at drop shipping, you definitely want to be building a page that looks something like this. You have a nice heading at the top, right? Trust badges, right? A nice chart breakdown, and it's like reviews, right? More reviews, right? And a full out landing page, basically, right? With actual images of the product, right? It will convince people to actually buy. More importantly, is we've managed to basically, like when you click on this, it just keeps you on the page the whole time. It doesn't take you off the page until you actually add the product to cart, right? So you can just go to our store and just check out all the product. I don't want to spend too much time in going through each and every one of them. Just as you can see here, right? So these are like what we call long sales letter pages. It does cost a bit more to get these developed, but we can do them for you. And there is customization right on our theme for you to do the customizations yourself as well. So if you go to, let's say, our pro shop, so we also do it with the a standardized Shopify page where we can sell basically POD products. So if we click on this here, all right, so this is how we design our POD products, right? So we give a nice little testimonials up here, description, and then exactly what it is, size chart, etc. Right? So all these are customizable, by the way. Like these are pretty basic standards that we do. But yeah, that's pretty much like how we build our stores. So just jump on here and check it out.